Hello boys and girls, it's Mrs. Murray here. Today's story is Merry Christmas Splat by Rob Cotton. It's very important to write a letter to Santa, said Splat. How else will he know what to bring you for Christmas? Seymour nodded. Splat's pencil scratched across the page until "Finished!" he exclaimed, and proudly showed off his letter to Seymour. Seymour was impressed. Splat's little sister wasn't. "Dear Santa, please can I have a really big present for Christmas? Thank you, Splat. P.S. I have been a very good cat." "Only good cats get really big presents from Santa," she said. "Are you sure you've been good?" "Of course," said Splat. She gave Splat a look that only little sisters can give. "Really?" Splat stuck his nose in the air and marched out of the kitchen. "I have been good," he said. Seymour nodded. "In fact, I've been very good." This time Seymour shrugged, and Splat had an awful thought that made his tail quiver and twitch. "Maybe I haven't been good enough." Splat tried hard to remember. "Yes," he decided, "I'm sure I have, but just in case." "Mum," cried Splat, "I'm going to help you get everything ready for Christmas." "Oh dear," said his mum. Splat took that to mean, "Thank you very much. You really are a good little cat." And he set about being ever so helpful. "I've washed the dishes, Mum," said Splat. "Thank you, Splat," said his mum, but the dishes weren't dirty. "I know," replied Splat, "and still I wash them. I'm just so good." "The Christmas tree is decorated now, Mum," Splat called. "I thought it was already done," replied his mum. "Not even close," said Splat, "but it is now." "I'm going to clear the snow from the path, Mum," said Splat. "Wait," his mum called. "Don't open the door." Splat. "Being so good is very tiring," said Splat. "It certainly is," said his mum. "I think I'll go to bed now," Splat announced. "Good idea," said his mum. Splat snuggled under the covers and closed his eyes. But his eyes wouldn't stay closed. "Maybe I'd better wait up for Santa and tell him how good I've been," thought Splat. So Splat took his torch from the drawer and waited. All was quiet until clip-clop, clip-clop. Splat heard reindeer on the roof. But the clip-clop slowly turned to tick-tock. It was only his clock. Splat rolled over just in time to see a shadow appear on the wall. "Santa!" Splat called. But it was only Seymour making an ice angel on the window. Splat huffed, plumped up his pillow and waited some more. "Santa has to come soon," thought Splat. But the rest of the night passed silently, peacefully, with not even a whisper. Christmas morning shone through Splat's bedroom window, but he was not in the least bit excited. His little sister came in to wake him. "I guess I haven't been good enough after all," said Splat. "I told you so," said his little sister, "but you can play with Kitty if you like." "Thanks," Splat said in a little voice. Splat's little sister led him downstairs. It was too quiet. There were no presents under the tree, and the rest of the family were nowhere to be seen. "It's because I haven't been good enough," said Splat. "Santa hasn't visited us at all." But then Splat's family leaped out from behind the sofa. "Merry Christmas, Splat!" they cheered. They were all holding a really big present just for Splat. "It's the best Christmas present ever," cried Splat. I hope you enjoyed that story, boys and girls. Merry Christmas!